although our goal with this ad is, yes, to sell the COD 2, at the end of the day, what we're trying to make people aware of is that David basically competes on the same level as tinned COD. Now, all of a sudden, if we go back and take a look at what else David has to sell with a protein bar, it's like all of a sudden, this looks pretty damn good. 28 grams for 150 calories. That's a pretty damn good amount of protein. And we're just making people aware. Actually, big shout out to Peter as well. I got the inspiration to make these ads based off of the podcast that I watched for him. If you haven't watched that podcast, it's on Open Residency. Incredible podcast. If you want to hear about a guy built a protein bar brand, sold it for 600 million. And now 5 years later, after his, non-compete finally expired, he's already got another brand that's going to be worth $1 billion by the end of the year in the same niche. Absolutely insane. So like this guy is a savage. And one of the things that he talks about is like these non-obvious ideas. And that's how COD came to life, right? It's not an obvious thing for a protein bar company to sell COD, but it's a great idea because it's very in line with their positioning about selling products that have the highest amount of protein per calorie. And so if we go back to the screen here, again, this is the first ad that I made for that GLP-1 user. Now, if you're a returning viewer from the channel and you're still with me here, you know that we follow a strategy called 3-2-2, which means we're going to do 3 concepts or 3 ads per concept. And so this concept that I'm going after here in general is just like, hey, we're making ads for COD 2. But what I'm doing here is I'm taking 3 pretty different swings and I'm going after 3 pretty different people, as you'll see here, going into sub-avatar number 2, which is the clean eater. Now, this is someone who reads ingredient labels first, macros second, says, if I can't pronounce it, I don't eat it, hates to see a laundry list of ingredients, is willing to spend more for clean ingredients. Maybe they shop at Whole Foods. Now, is shopping at Whole Foods relevant? Maybe not. But hey, if we're looking at, hey, what are the top selling like clean sources of protein at Whole Foods, that can help us better understand maybe what they're currently buying. And so at the end of the day, our new angle here, because it's slightly different than this one with the GLP-1 user, is they want to get high protein from real food. Now, again, the authority here for this person is the wild-caught Atlantic cod. Like this is fresh. This is real. And on top of that, the other mechanism and the other like super important piece of authority here is the 2 ingredients that the cod actually has. So now if we take a look, okay, we've identified this sub-avatar. Now for my second swing here and the next ad that I'm going to make is going to look a little bit like this. And again, guys, this is all under the same concept of COD 2 ads. Okay, I'm making ads for COD 2, but I want to take some broader swings. Now, what a lot of you guys might do is you might duplicate this ad, right? And you'll see an example of what I did this down below. You might duplicate this. You might just put a different headline in here that says like on GLP-1, this is the highest protein you can get or most effective protein you can get, whatever, right? And you might go after the exact same sub-avatar and you might use the exact same image and you just change the headline. Well, with Andromeda right now, it's just not going to probably get pushed as hard because Meta is just kind of combining those together. And so what I usually recommend people to do, especially with statics, is try to take bigger swings, especially if we're in a position like David, where like we don't know what's going to sell this COD. Is the clean eater going to be the person that's really buying this? Is it the GLP-1 user? Is it the high performer, which again, you'll see is the third sub-avatar that we're getting into? We're not really sure which person is going to be buying this yet because we don't know. It's a brand new product that we're trying to sell. And so by taking bigger swings, you're also just going to be able to get data a little bit faster to see like who is kind of leaning towards this and what messaging is working. And then from there, we start to work on more iterations and more variations, testing different formats, videos, all that kind of stuff.